guys, how's it going? It's me, Roger. I'm coming at you with this little zombie deck profile that I made for this little ban list tournament that we're having with Ed and Team Elite Savage. This is back when, like, what was it, Master Rule 4, I believe, right before we were able to span out Synchros and XYCs in any zone, but we already had links. It's a deck that I played for very little right before we went to Master Rule 5. I thought it was a lot of fun, and just let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Hey guys, once again, it's Roger with the zombie deck profile. So for this deck profile, I don't remember exactly how many cards I was playing back in the day. So I just throw in a couple of ratios that I believe will be well. I just didn't get a chance to test them out too well. So to start off, obviously 3 uni zombie. Everybody should already know what this card does. It's like the main starter. Whether you're gonna get 3 Mizukis and 3 Summoner Monks. Since you're playing the 3 Summoner Monks, Summoner Monk can become Uno Zombie or any other extender that you might need. I know most people nowadays only play 1 Mizuki or 2. Back in the day, 3 Mizuki was optimal. For the ones off, it's gonna be Gosuki, Zombie Master, Shurney, Solitaire, Spirit Master, and Rescue Ferret. So depending on what kind of card you have, what kind of hand you have, and you're able to get Summoner Monk, you can extend with any of them. If you have a lot of monsters, you can go Zombie Master. If you need someone in plays with Gosuki, you can go for him. Solitaire becomes Unizombie. Spirit Master is mainly here for the trap, which I'll talk about at the end. Or also, if he's normal zombie, he brings back Solitaire from the grave, and then you can go off after that. Rescue Ferret is if you have the, like, what is it, Vampire Stalker or even Sorceress. Put this back into a deck, special summon 2 other different monsters or more to add up to a level 6. So it would normally be the Unizombie and the Beast of the Pharaoh, and then you go for like Laviar or Synchro level 6. Play the 2 Beasts of the Pharaoh. When you're going off for like combos in this deck, this is like the main thing that takes everything off, just because you synchro a lot. It's mainly a synchro summon based deck. We're running the 1 Plague Spirit, the 1 Strudel, and then I feel like maybe I should be running 2, but I know the pay half of your life points can be cost effective. And we're running the double Resonator. Because Resonator with Beast of the Pharaoh can give you a level 8, then a level 5, and then a level 8. And we run Librarian, so you can get a lot of draws off of it. I decided to throw in the one Dark Resonator simply because I have Resonator Call. So my logic is I'm gonna play Allure of Darkness. If I'm playing Allure of Darkness, I can get the dark target into my hand and go Allure, and if I don't have anything else, I can banish him. He has the other effect that when he's on the field, if I have a Synchro on the field, I can special summon him. If he's on the field and goes to the grave, you add a Resonator back to hand. So in the long run, it will be a +1. And of course, the Strudel, he can come in any other level. I feel like this card's gonna come in clutch, the 3 Zombie World. And the 1 Terraforming. I want to say at the time Terraforming was a 3. I probably should be playing 2, but I don't really had enough room to cut anything else out. And in this tournament, I feel like Zombie War is going to be really good. I don't know what anybody else is playing, but it's really like a good floodgate. It prevents people from tribute summoning, and it prevents generic decks from going off. The 3 Allure and the 2 DDR. I don't really play any extenders apart from the Red Resonator, which is kind of like a Morale Captain. Like when you summon it, it lets you special summon something else. But beyond that, I don't really have much special summons except for Mizuki. So my process of thinking is if I lure like a good starter, I can get DDR and bring it back without using up my normal summon, or just to bring back something and overextend. Drag Down to the Grave at 3, and Dark Dealings at 2. Simply because you want to be able to discard like your Mizukis and whatever else you might need. Drag Down to the Grave is because I don't know what I'm going up against, so realistically I could look at their hand, see what they're playing, and then from there make the right appropriate synchro that's going to stop them. Because I don't want to summon like Crystal Wing if they're playing like back row heavy. I don't want to summon like a Void Ogre if they're playing like a monster heavy deck. One off is going to be Foolish. Soul Charge, because back in the day, Soul Charge was wonderful. And Imperial Order. Soul Charge, yes, you're playing live, and so your... What is it? Resonator comes in clutch, because anytime he's special summon, you target another face-up monster on the field, and you gain life equal to the attack of it. So any monster special summon from the extra deck is going to be over 2,000. And Soul Charge is a one-off. Maybe I should add like a Monster Reborn, but I feel like Soul Charging this might be a good little combo or Resonator, where if you bring him back, you immediately gain the life back that you had. And the Imperial Order is just to stop any kind of aggressive, overextended spell-based deck. I can't think of any because I'm not sure which ones I'm going to be going up against. But against a lot of things, maybe like Pendulum, it's just a complete like kill. Like they have to get rid of this before they can play. And I just run it on one-off because it was one-off back in the day. Shallow Slash. So what this does is you tribute a zombie monster. You target 2 cards on the field. You destroy the 2 cards. Then the monster gets tributed. On top of that, you have to banish a Shiranui monster from your deck. And when you do that, you normally want to go for the Spirit Master. So if you have a monster on the field, you activate Slash, tribute it, you pop 2 cards, banish the Master. When Master gets banished in a separate chain link, it pops something face up on the field. So it's a really good way to get rid of 2 cards. And it's a good way to get rid of cards that are being locked out or protected by something else, because it's not going to destroy them simultaneously. It's going to destroy first 2 cards and then the third one separately. For the extra deck, we have Vampire Stalker, Summon Sorceress, Proxy. Remember, back in the day, you weren't able to just spam Synchros or XYZs anywhere, so you can only do them under their link arrows that we're pointing to. So Vampire Stalker is like the generic one that you go to. It's 2 vampires. When you special summon something, you get extra draw. Summon Sorcerer is the one you're going to link climb into because she can bring out anything else from the deck. And normally the target will be Beast of the Pharaoh. If you already have Beast of the Pharaoh, and you will probably go for like a Plague Spirit Zombie to go off with your plays from there. If you need to keep overextending, then you do Proxy under one of them. And just have 2 more extra monster zones to go into. I go for the 1 Leviar. Usually that's how I bring out the Proxy. 2 level 3s, Leviar, bring back Mizuki. Link them up for a Proxy, and then I can use Mizuki right away. 1 Librarian, 1 Soul Synchron for the level 5s. I want to be able to have a tuner and a non-tuner for like levels. Charge Warrior gives you a draw. And Coral Dragon, same thing. Level 6, level 6. One's a tuner, one's a non-tuner. This one gives you an immediate draw when you summon it. This one gives you a draw once you synchro with it. And don't forget, all these are going to be mainly from Beast of the Pharaoh. So Beast of the Pharaoh will special summon something else to go into another synchro. Beast of the Pharaoh can bring back himself and go for the X-Saver card. What he does is he tribute himself, and you can discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. I kind of just threw this in for fun, and also just because I want to be able to do like a Ferret and go Unizombie and Beast of the Pharaoh and have a level 6 and be able to like do something with it. Or even just in case like I already went for a Charge Warrior, I can still rip 1 off from my opponent's hand. Plus the extra draw helps you out, especially with the Librarian. Just keep in mind, anytime you do Librarian and like Charge Warrior or Core, you're gonna get like 2 draws out of it instead of just 1. While Elite Climbing. For the 7s, I wasn't really sure what to play. I remember Ancient Ferret was good. In case anybody has like a field spell, pop it, gain 1,000 life, and then you search out your Sombra World. Simply because you don't have any other ways to search it. You're not able to use Banshee because at the time Banshee wasn't an actual card. It didn't even exist. Same thing with Doom Kaiser. And in my little test hands, I'm so like uncomfortable with them because I'm not used to not having those 2 cards. And I just gotta like draw into the Zombie World or try to just thin my deck out and so I can draw into it or top deck it. Also with Ancient Fairy Dragon, you can special summon anything level 4 or lower from the hand. So I'm thinking that might be able to help me out. And the the Frame Lower is a level 7 that banishes himself and special summon monster that your opponent controls. So I just want to have like a different option to go into a level 7. For the 8s, of course, the one Omega, because Omega Mitsuki, you just keep reviving stuff forever. The Crystal Wing, because you don't have Doom Kaiser, so Crystal Wing can negate anything. That's a monster. The Void Ogre to negate any kind of back row. The only thing is with Void Ogre, you can't control any cards in your hand. So you have to find a way to either discard everything or set everything if it's like a back row. And it requires a Dark Tuner, which could be your Aceral Synchron, or it could be your, what's it called? Unizombie. Same thing with the Beals, you require a 1 Dark Tuner. And Beals is a level 8, can be destroyed by battle or card effects. So just in case I don't have an out to monster that's like real strong that you can't like destroy by card effects or that you can't destroy by battle, realistically Beals in the long run should be able to kill it, just because they're not going to be able to destroy it, or well, they can't get rid of it except by banishing it, so they can't run into it. If they do, he gains the attack of the difference, so his next turn he's going to be the same attack as they are. Anytime you take damage, he gains attack. So all you have to do is sacrifice something, gain more damage. He's going to gain it and then keep running over them with the same monster until you make them run out of lives. And they're all level 8s. Realistically speaking, if you get the combo, it should be like Omega that you're going to banish. And then you're going to have the Crystal Wing and the Void Ogre under the Summon Sorceress. The Beals is just in case you see what they're running and you might need that instead of negating monsters or negating back row. For the side deck, I didn't really know what to play. I just wanted to be a little bit safe. So I threw in the 1 Dark Hole, 2 Galactic Cyclones, just in case you're running against back row. And I really like this card. I know super old, but you can discard it off a Summoner Monk, and then when it's in the grave, the next turn, you can banish it from the grave to pop a face-up back row. So I feel like that could be useful, especially with Omega. You can just keep putting it back, keep popping. It's really slow in the grind game because it's only once per turn. But back in the day, everything was super slow. 3 Lances. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to be running against. But I know that if they're able to interrupt and banish whatever I have in the grave, it's really going to hurt. So Lance is mainly not so much for the opponents to banish anything that they have to combo off, but more for my protection so they don't banish the cards that I have in my grave. Rivalry of the Warlords. I don't really have to say nothing. This and Zombie World is pretty much like Scoop. The third Slash, just in case I have to side anything out and I want to run a 3rd copy of it to pop 3 cards. 1 Flagger Trap Hole, I was thinking about running the Trap Tricks rank 4, which I didn't have room for, but I just kept it in there because I like it. It's a good flexible card. It just flips anything face down except for Link monsters. And to Spell Fragrance in case you want to run another copy of Imperial Order. Solemn Warning in case you're going first, because this is more of a going first deck. And Lost Wind, because I remember back in the day, like this was one of my favorite cards. The ability to be able to not just negate the effect, but half of it. And then you're able to recruit it from the grave. Every time you special summon a monster, you just, from the extra deck, you're able to reset it. It gets banished after that, but same thing with Omega, you can always put it back. And that's pretty much it. Wish me good luck. I don't know how well I'm going to do. Hopefully I don't tap out on the first round. But honestly, I haven't played this deck in a long time. I'm pretty sure my ratios are off, because I want to say I ran 2 Strudos, but it was such a long time ago that I really don't remember. Well, I'll see you on the next round. Have a good one.